Love and Light. So in this video, I talked about with Alexander about being up to our words. So this is something more than key if we want to move forward in the proper direction here. So this video is mostly about that and about many other things, just setting up the pace for what's to come again. And yeah, so powerful live with Alexander, and enjoy this video and see you in the next one.
Bye. We are a divine couple, and we are here to assist humanity in creating harmonious relationships, families, and a solid society with the divine feminine and the divine masculine archetypes through channeling and personal experiences.
It's time to rise, people of the sun, because
together we rise, and synchronized we thrive. Ça c'est bon.
On l'essaye. Another live with Alexander tonight, and he has a brother with him that I never met. Looking forward to connect and to connect with more people. Just getting started here, getting on fire, fired up. So yeah, the topic of tonight is the importance for men and for everyone, in fact, to be up to their words, because this is something that is almost non-existent nowadays. So that will be the main topic for tonight. So who's there? Alexander has joined. Joey here. Alexander, so you can send me a request and we'll just accept you, brother. Yes, can you send that request? And Catherine just joined, just connected yesterday, randomly, with the live with Alexander. So Alexander will join. There you go.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
I don't hear you. Let me just, I cannot hear you good. I don't know why.
Oh, weird.
Can you hear me on your side?
Yeah, it's coming out crystal clear.
Better. I just changed the.
Okay.
Okay, all good now.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Awesome. Okay.
Yes.
Great. Yeah, really looking forward to this, man. I'm excited to talk about this.
Sure. Yeah. So such an important topic. I mean, being up to our words. I mean, like you said in one of your stories, like I picked that up on one of your story, and you mentioned that it was like almost like non-existent, which is totally a fact.
For sure.
Old talk. And that's it.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting about that is like the things that they're talking about are often that of the program. You know, it's the things that are programmed into them that they're speaking on, right? So it's not really coming from them, and they're not acting in their own sovereignty, right? And like we talk about, like I love this subject because you know words are everything. Like you know about me, like I've studied so much about etymology and just the power of words and like the spells that they cast, right? Ultimately, we don't know the true power of the word and where it's come from, its origin, the history behind it, his story, right? So, when we can really understand and study the word, it can start to empower us, and we can use it in our favor to take action, and to manifest and create this reality that we live in, right?
Yeah. So words are powerful, but like just to keep it like very, very simple,
Yeah.
Like people say things, oh, I'll do that, blah blah blah, or I'll be there at that time, and like it's especially like within the Starseeds community, like
Yeah.
me, I'm a bit older, you know, Generation X, and it used to be better on that regards, okay, but now like me, I always like been like up to my word. Like this is something, and especially like lately, you cannot fool around with that because as a man, if you're not up to your words, what is your worth?
What is it worth to you? Exactly. You know,
Nothing. You're like a zero. Like to me,
100%.
to be in my inner circle, you have to be up to your words.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can't be into my inner circle. That's not even an option.
Yeah.
It's like a pillar, like back again to Andrew Tate, you know, the top G mindset. It's like one of the three pillars. Like you say something, you do it, and on top of it, you overachieve.
Yeah.
Always. So not only you do it, but you overachieve. So you program your brain like not to lose. Otherwise, you program yourself to be a loser.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like 100%.
Basic like knowledge. So you just program yourself to lose. Why would you want to do that to yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah. And ultimately, you know, it stems from our childhood, I think, in a lot of ways. You know, it stems from our belief systems, you know, our lies about ourselves, you know, things that were programmed through from the system. And I call it the system. It's called the cyst because it's literally a cyst. It's a giant, you know, like it's a giant, it just keeps growing, right? And it needs to be destroyed. It needs to be removed. It needs to be, you know, like reprogrammed, right? And ultimately, you know, like I said, from the moment that we're born, we're given a birth certificate. We're literally put into a system that is illegal, by the way. I'll have you know, everyone that has a birth certificate, that's illegal. Like us signing our rights over, you know, to this system, to this government, which again, government stands for mind control. It's not. It's all fabricated. It isn't real. It doesn't exist. So ultimately, now we're living in a world where the foundation is already corrupt. So the very basis of that foundation doesn't give us the ability to empower ourselves to live up to our word, you know? And like in the word action, it's like I act on, right? So, you know, a lot of people are able to say things but not back it up with action, right? As we talked about, right? And that's why it's so important, you know, when you raise your vibration and you're raising your frequency, right? It's so important to be wary of your environment because your environment can ultimately influence the amount of action that you have and everything. Yeah, as my brother said here. By the way, this is Kane, my brother here. What's going on,
Hi. What's your name?
Kane.
Kane. Hi, Kane. I'm Vince. Nice to meet you.
I like your shirt.
Thank you. Auden, designed by one of my god brother, Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Thor's hammer right there.
There you go.
Thor's coming.
Love it.
Synchronicity. Thor's coming.
I love it. Now we just went to see Kevin. We just got a lot of Odin because it's the like badass brand, but it's not up anymore. But because he will be leaving soon, like you know, for Costa Rica to start working on this project, so we will make a video on that very soon. But anyways, so much going on and so much like people getting together, starting to work together. So this is the whole idea here as a Starseed. Yeah.
Bridge us. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes. So it's time to get organized, you know, to make plans and just to work together. We're there now. Those who who did all their work, you know, like all the healing. This is an ongoing thing, but at a point where you are like in a good place, you cannot just stay there waiting. So, yeah, exactly. So yeah, and if you're,
yeah,
I didn't hear that one.
He said we've been sitting around waiting too long.
Yeah, like that, you know. So yeah. So now, so it's time to take action now. So like it's by wave. I like us. We are among like the first wave, like to really like get there and get organized. but many will follow. So we are opening the path for what's to come, and more people will join us.
Exactly. You know, like we're the shift, right? You know, it's going to take all of us. You know, we all, like I said in my previous video that I made, like we all have a purpose and like a divine, you know, like role to play in our own, not only our own individual ascension, but more importantly, our collective like ascension for humanity and where humanity is going, right? Like we all have to make sure we're at our best and optimal. And you know, when we're at our best, you know, we're ultimately taking action, right? And we're creating, and we're using our voice of resonance, you know, like we're sharing our voice, you know, we're sharing our message, right? And we're staying connected, because that's the very thing that they don't want. The system, you could call it the matrix, is they don't want us connected. They don't want a group of strong, united, masculine men united more than ever, because they know that's the very greatest threat to their very existence.
Yeah,
so,
the masculine, that's why the masculine has been so much under attack, and, you know, just to emasculate the men. So yeah, so now, like men like myself, I manage like to make that shift from being from one side to the other one, big time. So it takes a lot of work.
Discipline.
Discipline and a lot of willpower and to be like up to your words. Because when you take that decision, back to being up to your words, when you take that decision to make that shift for yourself, you have to stick to it and to make it happen.
Yeah. And you know, that all comes back to like morality and like what is morally right, you know, your values as a human being, right? And I feel like to a large part, humanity's lost that moral perspective, right? And to do things in good faith, and also to have, you know, the humbleness, and to also like, you know, honor, like as you said, honor their word, honor the words that they speak, honor the things that they act on, right? And to take accountability, right? And to take responsibility. And like even in the word responsibility, it's like responding to one's ability, right? So like, you know, how many of us are responding to our own abilities, right? So much, brother, for personal sacrifice. Yeah, you know, like sacrifice for sure, but it's also like, there's so much in this matrix that's trying to distract us. So ultimately getting clear and focused, you know, like following one's course until successful, you know, like having a clear mind and goal of what you wish to achieve or create, right? That is so powerful, to have a goal that you want to work towards. And, you know, people that are watching this, you know, if you don't have a goal or something that you wish to create, you know, like seek it, you know, seek it and it'll find you, you know, like,
take care of your body.
Yeah.
Men need to have a purpose. No purpose, you need to find your purpose. I mean, this is like a very important step. And then if you know what's your purpose, then you need a plan.
Yeah, exactly.
A man without a plan is a man without purpose.
Yeah.
You have to create that plan for yourself, you know. So you have your objective, then you create your plan, and that's key. And something talking about that, it's the perfect time to speak about it, you know. Like we said, Nehemiah and I, like we have different projects coming. So there is one now that I like officially like launching tonight, is to offer like a new business, to offer one-on-one coaching with men.
Nice.
Same thing that I want to do. Yes. So my website is up and running. Is the most badass website ever. You know, the law of 80-20, you know, like 20% of the effort for 80% of the result, you know. But my website is 199, 1% of the effort for 99% of the result. So
I like that.
So I invite the people just to go see my website. Is divinemasculinemindset.com. So
awesome.
my offers are there. So if there are males that seek assistance, all my offers are listed there, and I'll make myself available because like you know, we are king builders. This is part of this is part of our what we chose to do. I mean, me, I know that, and I'm sure it's the same thing for you, to help men that take the decision to step up for themselves. Like to switch their reality, and it's totally doable. I did it. So I come from like like a very dark place, you know, when you're not into your masculine power.
Yeah,
man, life is harsh.
yeah, but you've done the shadow work, you know, like, and those that have done the shadow work have the understanding to realize what the world needs now more than ever, especially to bring it back in like balance, right? I appreciate you too, Joey, man.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. I said I love you guys. You are awesome. Thank you for bringing more love and light to this world. We're just getting started.
Yeah, man. We're all lights. Yeah, we're just getting warm. We're just warming up. And you know what? That's the thing is like we're so much more powerful. That's what everyone needs to realize on this live that watches. Is that we're way more powerful when we're united. When we're combining our energies, you know, like frequencies, you know, we're so much more powerful. We have that ability to create that much more impact, and also like create more momentum in what we want to create. Which Vince, bro, like I'm proud of you, brother, for launching that, man. You know, for myself, you know, like I know brotherhood's something that's needed now more than ever, and that's something that I'm really focused on creating, especially in person. And actually, this brother right here, man, like me and this guy, we got connected divinely, 100%, you know. And what did you have happen last night? Tell me what happened on the screen, okay? Because like me and Kane, man, it's been a bit since we've you know, connected. We just reconnected recently, right? And he had something happen on the screen. Basically, what was my name that
I flipped on the switch?
Yeah,
it was frozen, and it just said Alexander like 10 times all the way down, down.
Like randomly?
Yeah, randomly. And it's been like 5 months.
And this is what made you thought to get back in touch with Alexander, or?
Well, it's just like it's the universe telling me I need to meet up with him again. Like,
the Scorpio brothers, man. This guy's a Scorpio too, man. You know, like,
nice.
And I also feel like he's definitely Atlantean, brother, like you are too, man. You know, we go way back, right? And we're all uniting for the divine plan, you know, to bring the divine plan into action, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
To act on, right? You know, we all have our gifts and our abilities, and I feel so called to create brotherhood because I know brotherhood is needed now more than ever. Of course, I resonate with connecting with, you know, the females as well, right? But I am a male, you know, I have my own experiences as a man, and also I feel like the attack on you know, masculinity has never been greater. You know, the emasculation of man, the imbalance of the masculine and feminine energies, right? You know, that's as a result of this current matrix, right? We've co-created, we've collectively manifested this matrix, this phantom matrix, as a result of balance within, you know, as within, so without, right? So
it's our creation. We create everything. So the matrix is our creation. So we are the matrix. When you wake up to that fact, then you can remodel the matrix according to your preferences. So this is the name of the game. Yeah, we are that matrix because we are the matrix.
Yeah, you know, like the system, like we're not taught from the moment that we're born, we're not taught to understand and use the system to our advantage, to empower us, right? So that's another thing. It's like when we can learn the duality in it and use it to empower ourselves, you know, we can truly create the greatest change, right? And we're on that path, you know. I've never felt more aligned, you know, in my path. I'm sure you feel the same way, man. Like, especially you know, connecting, and we're you know, we're growing our community, man. You're like the 300 tribe, like you talked about, right? The Sun tribe, man.
The Sun tribe, exactly. So now I know, like, I have my alignment, I have my purpose, you know, before starting a business, because I have a big background of entrepreneur. And also, this is something important. I will create a video in the weeks to come about myself, a little bit more about my past from birth to now, just to people to get to know me better, to know, like, where are my strengths. And I feel that it is something that every starseed should do.
I need to do that. I need to do that as well. That's what I feel called.
Yeah, because I need to get to know you better.
Yeah.
And you need to know me better. You know, it's important. It's important. Yes.
It creates more chemistry and synergy.
Yeah. And then you know where my strengths are, and if, let's say, you need help on something, and you saw like my video where I speak about myself, like I don't know in English a CV, like when you apply for a job, you know, you bring your resume. Is that the word? Yeah. So I will create like a resume of myself on video that I will post on my
my page and also my YouTube channel and everywhere. So like that, people get to know me like deeper, and that's key. We need to know each other at a deeper level, and our skills, our strength, like whatever it is, just to be more there, you know. So this is something that, yeah, transparent. I mean, I'm already super transparent as I speak, but I never really, like the whole Instagram thing, I never really spoke about my entrepreneur background, which is massive. Massive. It's massive. I grew up into that mindset, so I can like create business, and like I'm good at it, and I have all the experience. And now I understand, like, because, you know, we choose all like our path. I mean, all the what we have to experience, like it was for that mission.
We signed up for it.
Yes, and now I understand like all the skills that I acquired during all those years, like being like entrepreneur and having like to make those projects happen and hire people and manufacture products and all that. So I will do a more detailed video about that. But for that Sun Tribe project, that's key. That's key. All those skills now I can put them to use for that project, which is the project. Now I am super aligned. So now I found my alignment. Like I've been pretty much offline the whole summer. Like I said a couple of times, we're not been very active because I made that I made that deep dive within me with all those channelings, all those teachers that came forth, and I've been really deep. And you experienced like a glimpse of the channeling that we do. So that I sent you that short message for yourself.
Oh man,
Those who are into my inner circle, it's important for me that they get in touch, let's say with the Galactic Federation, the beings, or any more to come with other beings as well. But it's important for me, at least, let's say it was important for you to have like at least a message, so you understand like to a deeper level what it is. So I don't know if you're able to share about it, maybe not the details because it was a personal message. So what has been like your experience, like receiving that? It was, I think, like a 9-minute recording that I sent you, or 19 minutes.
Oh man, no. First off, I truly appreciate you sharing that with me, brother. And it was powerful. There's a lot of introspection that was done on it. Yeah, I listened to it a couple times. I saved it. One thing I was gonna say just before I touch on that is just what you touch on, just with the transparency and just with what you're creating. And you know, we're living in the age of authenticity. It's awakening to one's own divinity. That's how I look at it, right? So what's authenticity? Well, in my experience and learning about it, like I'll relate a quote, you know, the law of authenticity: the best gift that you have to offer is yourself. And then I add experiences, right? Because our experiences ultimately lead to our purpose. And I'll say that in the sense that it's karma to dharma, and dharma is our purpose, right? So everything that we've overcome in our lives is the very thing that we have to teach and empower not only ourselves, but each other, right? Because, you know, we're all experiencing this lens of reality in our own, you know, duality in our own way, right? But we ultimately all have abilities and gifts that we can share with one another to, you know, help us on our own path, you know? Like, as I say, you know, we're always, you know, we're walking each other home. We're walking each other home, you know? That's what it is, right? We're all desiring the same thing. And in my own, you know, and I'll relate it back now to the recording, you know, like, and that channeling, man, it hit me deep because it almost transported me back to my childhood. Because in the message, you know, and like, I'm gonna share this in my own journey in another live, you know, in my own, you know, story of myself, right? And you know, my dharma, you know, my karma, you know, what I've gone through in this life, you know, my trials and tribulations, right? The main thing that really stuck out was, in the message was like, you know, connecting more to my heart, and you know, how can I, as a man, as a human being, how can I open up my heart more and live through my heart chakra, you know, live through the love that was bestowed upon me and in me, you know. Love is the highest frequency, you know. It's one of the highest vibrations, you know. Jesus preached that through his love for everyone. He didn't have any judgment on anyone, right? And I think ultimately, having that introspection and like understanding, you know, the traumas that I went through as a child, you know, it made me who I am today. It empowered me, you know, these experiences, you know, I grew up from a family divorce, you know, my parents divorced when I was 18, 19 years old, you know. I saw a lot of shit, you know, a lot of emotional, verbal, physical abuse from my father. I saw dualities that no individual should ever experience, but at the same time, I realized I experienced that for a specific reason, to empower myself to share that with everyone else. You know, because I'm not the only person that's gone through that, right? There's so many other people that have gone through similar experiences, right? There's some people that have gone through way worse. You know, it's people that there's children that are being trafficked right now. You know, we talk about the shit that's going on right now.
Babies that are being eaten.
Like, just like crazy shit, right? Okay, we're not gonna get that deep into it, right? But like, you know, like there's always a worse off scenario, right? But knowing that, you know, like coming back to this, you know, with what I've gone through in my life and the traumas that I've experienced, right? I wasn't able to fully connect with my heart until I grew up and understood those experiences that I went through. And ultimately, I know I didn't necessarily get the love from my father that I really desired or craved, because he couldn't give it to me because he went through his own shit, right? Like it's generational trauma, right? You know, like my dad went through similar experiences with his own dad, and he wasn't able to work through it. He didn't have mentorship. He didn't have a brother. He didn't have a strong, you know, foundation, you know, that a strong support system like so many men don't have, right?
Yeah,
and
that's crazy.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm so grateful that I've had so many father-like influences in my life, because they've, you know, helped give me the wisdom and through my own experiences, right? But ultimately, yeah, man, like that message was really about like opening up my heart more. And honestly, like when I got that message, man, it was like I knew I needed to hear it. Like I already knew it, but it was just like confirmation. It was like that confirmation, like, you know, when you're channeling these higher beings, you know, they already know what you need to hear. They give you what you need to hear in that moment so that you can evolve.
Yeah.
Because
it's laser precise. The level of intelligence is beyond this realm, obviously.
Beyond what we can comprehend.
Yeah, like the level of intelligence. Yeah. So the level of intelligence is just it's there. So yeah. So I'm glad that it deeply resonated with you. So that was like my intention, like to offer you this, because I know how life changing it is. So like me, like what I did, like I spent my whole summer just going deep, like with those beings. You know, you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So I just got up from the world and I just connected with them a lot just to do all that work. And that has been a life-changing experience, you know? So yeah, so for now, like those channelings were not like very public with it anymore. What I understood is like the light that comes from that is so high that it's not like
it's angelic.
So it's not everyone that can even relate with that. So me at the beginning, I say, oh, we will put it on YouTube and it will get viral and everybody will just like get everything like that. But now it has to come through us. So we need to integrate, and so people can still relate because we are into those human avatars. So
brother. And what I wanted to add on to that too is that it has to come from our heart. You know, because we create our own art, right? Our art is in our heart, right? And so many of us are conditioned to react from the mind rather than respond through the heart. You know, and like men specifically are you know, we're not taught to connect with our emotions and to understand our emotions. You know, I would like to argue, you know, like, or not argue, but I'd like to make a point that certain men, you know, most men feel certain emotions on a deeper level than women. You know, rage. We look at anger, right? Yeah. We look at these emotions, right? When they're not in control, they can create absolute chaos and just evil in the world. And you see how it's been manifested in our reality, right, by certain individuals. Heart, you know, like, so, and ultimately remembering, you know, everyone that tunes into this live and remembering this, you know, I always love to say this and speak on this more because I have truly personally desired to create a deeper relationship with the Creator, with God, with Source, with the Divine, and ultimately realizing, you know, we are all children of God. You know, we were made in His image to carry out His divine plan. You know, Jesus was preaching about a king and a kingdom. Ultimately, the physical realm is the kingdom that He manifested, He created. And ultimately, we are His kingdom citizens. We are sovereign by birthright, inherently what is ours, so much abundance. And knowing that in the word kingdom, we are kings of our own domain. We have dominion. And just like Jesus said in the Bible, and again, there's so much truth in it, He said, God gave man dominion over, what did He give dominion over? Over the birds, over the animals, and over the sea. But He did not give man dominion over another man, because we are all divine by birthright. We are all royalty.
Yeah.
Yes.
What the message is about, you know, and that's what's been so misconstrued through religion, which religion is indoctrination. The Bible was added into religion. The Bible's separate from religion. Jesus never preached about a religion. He was never a Christian. We need to understand these things, and we need to get to the truth of them. And ultimately, that's also what coming back to our word is, and being, you know, a man of our word and a man of action is, we are acting through truth, through light, through love. And love is the highest frequency. So that was just something I wanted to say.
Amen to that. I mean, I'm not very well versed with the Bible or anything like that. I don't have any background with it, but I know that it is a very powerful book, and everybody that reads it, it's for their own elevation. I mean, it's not like you have a billion people reading the Bible, you have a billion interpretation. So
yeah, exactly, right? And we got to find what has resonance.
Twist on it.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone, they all have their own twist. Exactly. It's and there's so much twist and inversion and everything, right? So it's so important for us to discern the truth, find out what the truth is, and share that truth. Share that truth for our own resonance.
Yeah. And to take action. So we're all about that now. So like back to the 300 tribes. So this is like the name of the game now is to unite. And yes, doing those live will still be a thing, but to a point, those who highly resonate with that, we will find a way to meet like in the physical and just to achieve and to build things and to build that new earth. So it will not get done like just by itself alone. So you want your throne back, go and get it. Otherwise, if you are waiting for it to be delivered on your lap, I mean, it's free will. I mean, you can wait for it. Like most that I can see, like in the movement, are more like passive. They're still back to the five level of ascension. Like the law of attraction, like knowing like our galactic history, our cosmic origin, like being like sovereignty is level 3. So like the people that are will be attracted to us, they need to be at least at level 3. Otherwise, they won't even resonate with this thought.
They'll just vibrate out.
Yeah, exactly. So most are still stuck are still stuck to level 2, which, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's not a judgment or anything like that. It's free will. Yeah, and I feel that also they are being a lot like misled.
Dude, there's so much manipulation and coercion and deception and everything, right? And that's why I always say there's levels to this, right? You can be awake to the lethal injection, but then you're not awake to government. You believe in government, or you believe in science, right? But it's like, you know, there's levels to this, right? And that's what I want to say to everyone too, is like, use your own discernment, because now more than ever there's so much inversion in all levels. So it's so important that where we're getting the information from comes from you know, a validated source, a true source. Ultimate truth. That's truly, because there's only lies and there's only truth. You know, and ultimately light is truth. And those who get bothered by the truth are not of the light. You know?
Because the truth is so bright, it blinds them.
Yeah.
It's so bright. They can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, reality is subjective. So everybody interpret their reality through their own filters, and it's subjective. So we all live into subjective reality, and like I mean, it is what it is. But at this stage is to find our brothers and sisters who resonate to that kind of level of frequency that we're emitting right now. So it's not a ton for now. It's coming. Like it's by waves. You know, people. Ascension is one step at a time. You know, and the life, you will repeat the same crazy experiences until you get it, and then you get to the it's like a video game until you get to
it's a video game, man.
It is we are into holographic reality. This is a video game.
It's the most incredible video game that's ever been created, ever been manifested, and yeah, it's a beautiful time to be alive, man. It's a wild time to be alive, but buckle up, everyone, because things are only going to get crazier, but they're also only going to get more beautiful.
Yeah. So times to make things happen, to have real plans and real and build communities and create back to tribes again. I mean, how long can we still continue to live into those cities? Cities are zombies. Are worse than zombies. Are dead zombies. Cities are horrible. Horrible. Yeah. To live in those cities is a massive disrespect for our divine nature. It's a disrespect for ourselves. So we need to find ways. I mean, there's no other option. The food that you buy at the supermarket, I mean, you can survive. It's not the best, you know, it's not optimal, you know. So
dude, yeah, and you know what? One thing I was gonna say with that is like you brought up the food, which is awesome, man, because like we talk about our work. Oh, hey, what's up, Cam? What's going on, brother? You know, we talk about, you know, like being of our word, right? And a lot of people say like, you know, health is so important to me. And I'm like, okay, but like if health is so important to you, then why are you making certain decisions that don't align with being of health, being healthy, right? You know, why do your words not align with your actions? How you're treating this beautiful body, this physical vessel, right? You know, why do the words not align with our actions? And a lot of it's due to the programming, you know, like I said before, you know, words cast spells, right? So like the constant things, everything that we're taking in from our environment, you know, the 5 people that we surround ourselves with, like you said, right, brother? Like the food that we intake into our bodies, everything's frequency, everything's vibration, everything's energy. As I said that, the light just flickered. That was fucking cool. That's synchronicity, right, brother? But like, you know, like everything that we're taking in is affecting us in some way, right? But ultimately, at the end of the day, we have the power, we have the ability to choose how that impacts us, and ultimately we're the creators of our reality, right? So we remember that we have the power. You know, that the power isn't in the system, it isn't in the government, because they need us in order to further that charade, right?
They don't want us.
So they don't want us becoming sovereign. Yeah, exactly. They don't want us becoming superhuman, right? You know, we have.
But it's game over already. We know it. It's game over. So now it's just for us to take those steps, just to really make it happen, like in our life. So,
exactly, right. You know, as within, so without.
So it's time to tap into more into our masculine, even for the females. Yeah, to tap into that masculine side of us to be actions. Because again, back to the subject of this life, to be up to our words, something that I experienced like within the Starseeds community. It's wow. It's I met like those amazing people in Montreal about like soon like 2 years ago, like a year and a half. And like, okay, so nice, you know, we were meeting to make those like retreats in the woods and do all those healing ceremonies and just to fly, you know, with mushrooms and like amazing healing stuff. But I mean, something that I noticed is like, you cannot like really plan anything because it's always the energies or people are always like up in the air. So let's say the wind blows like there, everybody go there. There's like this is, so if you want to keep rising, again, keep rooting, have strong roots, like the tree with those roots. You need to be grounded as above, super high and higher realm, so below, very deep in the ground through your roots. Solid.
Here in the now. Here in the now.
Yeah.
You need to grow those badass root, like roots, and then be up to your words. So you say something, okay, yeah, just an example. I was like sharing that channeling, let's say, to some people. I mean, you can watch it or not watch it, I don't care. But some people, okay, I'll watch it tonight. Okay, then 2 days later, so what about it? Oh, I didn't watch it yet.
Right.
Okay, divine timing. But you know, so just an example, a tip that I will offer to people, because I have kids and they ask me things all the time. Okay, that I want to do this,
so curious.
do that. There's no end to what they want, and they all want it now. So now what I say, okay, yes, we'll do it in divine timing. So yeah, we'll do it. I said it, but I don't commit to like a date. Like, we'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, but things change all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's so true, man. It's like, so, even, yeah. Sorry, can I bring up?
Yeah, you do it in divine timing, but then when you have something like very important and you come in, we'll do it tomorrow. Fucking do it.
Yeah, dude, I 100% agree. It's like people who you know, one thing I'll say with that I've noticed in community, like not just spiritual community, but in people in general, is like is even in the messages. It's like if I send a message to someone and they leave me on red, it's like, okay, first off, like, it's like you take the time to read my message, but you don't take the time to respond. And then like they don't some people don't respond at all. And it's like, okay, yeah, it's just seen, and it's like, okay, that's a direct reflection on your own lack of respect for yourself.
Yeah, totally.
Because you don't respect your own time, so you're not respecting my time and my energy and our connection, right? So that's a direct reflection on them, right? So, bro, boundaries have been a big thing, obviously, that have come up for the collective. You know, setting your own boundaries with certain people, right? Because you have to be so careful with certain people, because they're not even necessarily as conscious with themselves, so they will unconsciously take advantage of you, whether it's through, you know, energy manipulation, etc., right? Narcissism, you know, all of it, right? All of the above, right? So yeah, ultimately, like, looking for the signs, but I mean, ultimately it's a direct reflection of yourself, as you said. How grounded are you? How rooted are you into this plane? But also, how connected are you to the divine? You know, as above, so below, right?
It's the full spectrum. The full spectrum. You cannot just be the
vortex.
You cannot just be the upper half.
Yeah, no.
I'm here and I connect to the divine. I channel beings. I talk to the angels. I have downloads. Yeah, but who cares? What do you achieve in the physical? What do you achieve? So that's why I do that video about myself, because I achieved a lot. I'm a doer. I'm an achiever.
Yeah.
That's why I want to focus more into the, let's say, the lower half of the spectrum. We're here. Okay, I've been into the divine a lot, as you know. Like I flew high in the sky, in the ether. I had amazing experiences, next level downloads. Yeah, I mean, amazing. But then what?
Yeah.
Then what? What are you doing
exactly
with it? What are you building here? Are you
waiting
the solution? Then you have to use all that knowledge.
Are you waiting to die just to stay there?
Yeah, dude, it's so true, man. Like, you said it best. And like, a lot of people in the spiritual community are still doing this. And one word you could call it is spiritual bypassing, right? It's like, you can be so connected to the ethereal, the spiritual plane, but like you said, a lot of people aren't grounded. They haven't grounded and rooted themselves in the physical plane, right? So they aren't living in their purpose. They aren't, you know, providing solutions, you know. They are disconnected, right? And, you know,
the Palladians are coming to save us tomorrow.
Yeah. yeah.
I heard that a lot.
Right?
I heard that a lot, actually. I heard that a lot.
You know, like, we're the ones that are going to save ourselves, you know? Yeah. We're the shift. We're the ones that are going to shift this reality out of where it is, right? We're the ones that are going to bridge heaven on earth. And ultimately, religion, like I said, is indoctrination. Why do I say that? because religion teaches about escaping to a place called heaven, where heaven, this is the heaven on earth. This is heaven on earth. We are here during this divine time to bridge heaven on earth, to carry out the divine plan, which was God's plan all along. Manifesting this physical realm, right, in His image.
So it's time for action. It's the rise of the divine masculine. Cam said, "Heavenly mind on earth, both in balance." Balance always.
Yin and yang. Heavenly mind on earth, both in balance. Lack of balance, yin and yang, 100%, brother.
They're all in duality.
Duality. Again, it's to find that balance, that 0 point, that center about yourself, like just to be like there, and then you can go into both polarities. And you mentioned something about Atlantis, like we have an Atlantean past together,
100%.
like according to my source from a message from above, you know.
I feel it, man. There's a resonance, man. There's a resonance.
The resonance is there, and I called the shot myself before they said it, you know, in the you remember say, oh, back in Atlantis, and they said yes. I just knew it. So, and then it resonates with you as well. So so a big thing about this ascension, based on my knowingness and understanding, it's all about the healing of Atlantis and Lemuria. To heal that. Okay. So it's
the miscommunication.
Yes, communication, back to communication, and it's to heal that. And Niyama is from Lemuria, I am from Atlantis, so it's like the opposite polarities to come together and to heal, and to rise. So that's a big thing. Just to make that link back again to Atlantis and Lemuria. So so
divine union. Divine union, you know, like as within, so without, though, you know, it starts within, you know, and then it gets expressed outward. And then as we are that frequency, we naturally attract that which we vibrate on, you know, like that same resonance, right? So.
So because back then it was like two main nations on Earth. I heard at the time that it was like Maya, according again to my source.
Maya,
Maya. So it was not even Earth. So so according to them, it was Maya, and there was those two nations, Lemuria that was like more feminine, and Atlantis that was more masculine. Because it's back to the Anunnaki that created like Lemurian, and then it was like too feminine, and then they wanted to bring the balance, more the masculine, but you know the communication didn't. Communication problem. So now the name of the game is like to create that one nation. Enjoying both polarities.
The kingdom of God, man. That's what it's about. You know, like exactly one tribe. You know, like Bruce Lee. I always bring up this quote. He said, "Under the skies, under the heavens, there is but one family. It just so happens that people are different." You know, and I always say, like, I add to this. You know, we're just like, you know, like race, religion, like skin color. It's all just division. You know, it's all just division, because that's exactly what they're trying to do. Is just divide us. If we all realize, you know, we're not different, we're all the same. The greatest illusion is the illusion of separation, the illusion that I am separate from you. When we are one, you know, like law of one states, right? Like mine is all, we are one, right? Like we need to remember that. And we're just a different pigment. We're just a different color of the same rainbow. You know, we're the rainbow warriors, you know, the rainbow tribe, right? I'm sure you've heard of Hopi prophecy, right? With the indigenous, the Hopi prophecy.
Maybe doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, like a lot of like First Nations, indigenous tribes speak about this. Basically, a time when everyone will unite. Basically, all the clans will unite. Like a lot of the chiefs speak about this. Like it's been spoken about for a long time, right? But basically, the rainbow warriors, the rainbow tribe are the ones that are uniting during these times to bring through the divine plan.
So for sure. Like me, my tribe in Montreal, like everybody in the tribe come from a different background. We have all the nationalities, you know.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. The most diversity. That's what it's about.
Yeah, and if you want to reconnect with the Galactic Federation, like, I mean, come on, you need to be really like open mind to different beings, you know. So you cannot be still stuck into that color or ethnicity bullshit. I mean, we're all light. We're all children of the sun. So yeah.
Yeah, we're all light. Exactly, brother. And look, and even in the word human being, right? Hue is like, from a light, right? Like it's like, and then being, like, right? So we're light beings, right?
Yeah, we are.
We're crystalline, man.
So, and with different meat suit. So that's what it is.
Yeah, this is just a physical vessel, man.
Yeah,
I'm a soul having an experience in this
it's
physical
like a shirt.
vessel. Yeah, it's like, dude, like it's wild to think that in the beginning there was the Word, and the Word created this reality, right? Like everything that we see, like around us, was all created originally through thought, and then through words that were voiced, and then through creation, and through the breath, through the ether, right? Yeah.
The breath, Master Cambo, Mr. Breath. Yeah, he's a master of breath work. Yes, amazing. So yeah, and we'll do a live with him soon. I mean, it's the next thing. Man. I want to create those like Trinity, like 3 people.
The pyramid.
Yeah. So it's time to do more of that, like the rise of the divine masculine. So I'm looking forward to it with Cam. So it like 3 divine masculine together, because in the movement so far, like I don't like follow everyone, but I don't see that a lot. Male that are like eager to connect and to build together. I don't see that a lot. So we have to take the lead and make it
pride. Yeah, it's a pride, like pride's a big thing, man. We have to put our ego aside. I think that's the greatest thing, is like the men that have overcome their ego, or I shouldn't say overcome the ego, they have, integrated the ego.
Master, I master the ego.
Yeah, exactly. The ones that have done that are ultimately the ones that desire to connect and to create community and brotherhood now more than ever.
Yeah.
And you wonder why that is. That's why we're here today, sharing our message, our beautiful message, which is really a message for the collective and for the brothers out there, for those that feel called,
Yeah, it's going to be powerful. Yeah, just Cam said, for sure, yes. And what you said, for sure. And those like gurus out there, they would never be willing to connect with guys like us at all.
No, dude. And like, oh my God.
Like, how can you spot like a guru? He will be alone doing his thing, and he will surround himself with like weak people.
Dude, like it's just creating more followers. It's a follower mentality, and we're about creating leaders. We're leaders creating leaders. That's what
Back to king builders. Me, I want to build kings. I know the road. I mean, and back to what Cam said, like Generation X, like I'm 43 and Cam is 44. So, and I have a lot of, I have kids. There is a lot. So I will do that video. But I'm looking forward to connect with like elders, people older than me.
Too.
So
much experience.
Yeah, to learn. I mean, yes, because in the movement so far, I found like younger people so far, which is fine. I mean, I love to play that role of like being like an elder, but me, I looking forward to find myself like maybe, I don't know, a 55, 60 years old guy that, that got it all, that has kids and that I can learn a lot from. So that's important to have those age gap and for people, because now the elders, we consider them like useless, and we just put them on meds.
Not good,
and get rid of them, So
dude, that's what happened to my grandma, man.
Yeah, that's unacceptable.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. One thing I was gonna say, it's interesting you say that with the older demographics, right? Because like, I don't know, I've naturally felt called, like, I naturally connect with like, I connect with all demographics, but mainly like it's been older individuals, like people that have been a bit longer here on this earth plane, right? But at the same time, man, I feel more of a calling than ever to connect with the youth, like the masculine youth. Like, cause I'm 29 years old, right? Like,
and I see someone just come to 21 and was like crying in his emoji.
Oh, bro.
I mean, it's amazing. You're 21 and you're connecting with guys like us at your age. I started that journey at 38.
Yeah, man.
So just be happy. I hope that you cry from joy to be able to connect with people like us, because man, when you will be 40, forget it. You will be like, it's going to be something else.
Dude, that's just the thing is it's like, you know, the longer that you prolong your own ascension and your own journey, the more deprogramming that you have to do on yourself ultimately, the more work that you have to do, right? Like, so start early, man. Like,
if you do that, I started doing that at 38. I mean, it's not the same thing than when you start doing that at 20 or 21, because you have so much more to deprogram and new neural pathways, you know, because as you age, you crystallize. But that's one of my strengths. I'm so flexible. If something doesn't work, okay, let's try something else. And okay, I'm not stuck into one outcome. I mean, it's error. And if it doesn't work, I accept change easily. This is not true anymore. This is my new my new truth. It is what it is. And this is how you need to be flexible. Flexible.
Yeah. You know, one thing I was going to say about the guy that said he was 21, like, or holy shit, like I was just thinking about like, man, where I was at 21, like I was kind of fucking around a bit, like, you know, like full disclosure, like, you know, I was experiencing, you know, like the early 20s, it's experienced life, but ultimately, you know, we're all on our own journey. We have to remember that, you know, it's all taken, you know, it's all in divine planning, right? It's all divinely planned, right? Our own journeys and our own awakening, right? And ultimately, when I was 21, that was such a pivotal age for myself, because that was actually when I kind of got started going down like the self-development and personal growth journey, right? And the self-actualization, just trying to understand more about the world, and just why, you know, I never liked working for someone else, right? Like I never enjoyed the 9-to-5 matrix bullshit, hustle grind, you know, culture, the cult, right? The cult and the culture, right? You know, the cult that, you know, created, right? So like, we're not meant for that, right? We're meant for so much greater. We're meant to live in our own sovereignty, our own independence, to provide for ourselves independently, financially, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, right? And, you know, I'm so grateful for that experience, having those realizations early on. It led me down the path of self-actualization and ultimately the path of enlightenment, which I know I'm on right now. So most of us are on too, right? So
so that's about it. We're going to hit the hour. So already.
That was powerful, brother.
Powerful. But again, being up to your words as a man, it's, if you're not up to your words, you're up to nothing.
Exactly. Yeah.
You have zero value to me.
You're a beta man.
Yeah.
Beta man. It is what it is. I mean, even alpha males are not up to their words. I mean, this is a real pandemic. It's like a virus. It's not a good one. So we need to switch that to become like men of honor again, like our grandparents, like my
Vikings.
Yeah.
Look at the Vikings.
The Vikings.
Yeah, Vikings. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So and when you are, because we are going back into tribes, you cannot act within a tribe like you act within society. Within society, you can get away with any bullshit.
Yeah.
And then you meet new people, but within the tribe, when you fuck around within the tribe, I mean, if you get kicked out, then good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
You need to find a new one. You need to find a new one, but who will want you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So before, like if you were being kicked out of your tribe, for many it was like a death sentence, and it was.
Yeah,
you fucked.
Yeah, and like, yeah, man, yeah, you're fucked, exactly. Like, good old, like, you gotta survive on your own. But like, you know, like, see, that's the thing. Is like, one thing I want to add, one last point to the live is like, you know, being a man of your word and just like living in truth, right? Like you're living in harmony with truth, right? That's what it's about. It's living in harmony with truth, with light, right? And one thing, you know, like. You're either in a battle with your own mind, or you're in a battle with the matrix. It's one or the other, right? And most people are in a battle with their mind. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, yeah, that too, right?
Well,
so like,
I'm still within the matrix, but there's a reason for everything. But to get out of it for real. So, anyways, it's coming for sure. So so we said a lot of things tonight, and then. You have to be up to it now, because when we say something, you cannot fool around with that. Otherwise, you're full of shit.
Yes,
100%, brother. Yeah.
No more bullshit here in this realm, not under our watch at least. So yeah. So thank you, Cam. Two kings with words of wisdom. Thanks for all you do for the collective. Thanks to you as well, Cam.
Thank you, brother. Yeah.
The next live will be three of us, so more powerful. Great vortex coming with Cam. So I'm so looking forward to it. So yeah, that will be amazing. So yeah, we'll try. If you're available, guys, I'd be down to do it next week.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
The end of the week, because on Monday we have a live on the Love Being page with Andrew, the Andromedan. It's time to upload new possibilities, new timelines to create that new herd. Andrew is a tower of information.
Yeah.
Intelligence from the 12th dimension, and he is like that power of like super next level mind of information. So we will just pick his brain, ask him to speak about his ideas. So anything we can imagine, we can achieve. So
100%, man.
We'll just bring that knowledge and those ideas, and then collectively, I mean, it's all that co-creation that we will just make it happen. So we said it, we'll do it.
Yeah, consistency is key, man. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it flowing.
Exactly. Like you say, I do 10 push-ups, make 12. That's what I do every morning with my kids. We do boot camps. Nice. Okay, 10 push-ups, then we do 12. Okay, 15 burpees. We do minimum 16. Always to program the brain to overachieve.
Keep pushing past the comfort zone. That's what it's about, man. You know, because we build up more fortitude, more strength, and more faith in ourselves.
Exactly. So, more to come. Thank you, Alexander, my brother.
You, always a pleasure, Ben.
Yeah, an honor. So, the beep. I have that massive...
That's a timer.
Yeah, that's a timer. Like, I put it to an hour. That's the best tool when you have kids. Like, say, okay, you take a shower. That's the best friend for
awesome, man.
Okay, so now you give your the assignment, or you have to do this. You put that, you go chill. And if it's not done before it's at 0...
Dude, I love it, man. Accountability, man. That's awesome, dude. That's so powerful for to learn early on, right? You know, it's the structure, right? And it's the accountability, and it's just the commitment, right? And it's following through. You know?
Exactly. So more to come as always. Sending love and light, blessings to the whole realm. We're here now. We're back to take back our planet. It's up to us. It's up to nobody else. So time for the divine masculine to rise, to stand up, and just, sometimes it's time to kiss your wife goodbye and your kids and take your sword and go to war. It's time now.
Kingdom warriors are uniting.
Yeah. And and we have the privilege to be able to do that without even having a real sword and having to shed blood. It's all all spiritual.
Dude. Knowledge is the weapon. Yeah, knowledge is the weapons. Knowledge is the power, but only if you use that power, and only if you share that knowledge, right? And another thing, bro, get this. I'll leave it on this for everyone.
Okay.
Words are our sword. If you take the S at the end of word and you put it at the beginning, it spells sword. So words are our sword in this reality.
It is. So it's time to use it, So no fear, love and above, and that's it. Easy.
Yeah. Amen, brother. Fuck yeah.
Good. Love and light, Paul, and we'll just keep building on that momentum. We're just getting started. So brace yourself, everyone, and it's the rise of the divine masculine now. Yeah. It's about time.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, brother. Awesome.
Okay, be blessed, everyone, and see you in the next one.
Yes, brother.